Not bad. That's good. And an inform, let's go. Tradable inform as well. Now my YouTube's actually set up correctly. So everything is working. Let's go. Everything is going as intended. 784. That's all fantasy, come on. Who's it's a woman. Oh, it's Swanson and a fantasy. Who is it? Tottenham! Who? 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 Oh no! I knew I was seeing things when I saw Tottenham, but what I call good fodder, chat. That's what I call good fodder. Past and present Tottenham pack, chat. Christ, that's bad. Any tradables? Means we can open the 2083. Means we can open that 2083 pack that we have. Last of this. Who is this? I have no clue who that is, by the way. I completely missed it. Who? Is that... yuck. Why are they giving out crappers in my glorious foot fantasy, man? Why? Why is this a thing? Why is this a thing that exists? How many walkouts? 1, 2, 3, 4 walkouts. From an 83-20, you know? Oh dear. That is grim. I'm gonna move this over so I don't have to... Because yeah, I have a multi-chat for all of the streams. So I no longer have to read 3 separate chats at once. I actually managed to get it set up. That's why you're seeing some pretty weird messages from weird individuals. If you're on the right app, of course. If you're not, well, unfortunate. But this campaign mix pick. Isn't there like an 87 squad in here? 85, an 86, and an 87 in 2025. In 2026, we're asking for 87 rated squads. Just because it offers Team of the Year honorable mentions. I'm so sure. I am so sure. We will try and do it, I guess. The great thing about multi-chat, though, is I can just pick what I want to read. Doesn't mean I have to read it. Oh, God bless. Now with this 85 for the inform. Should be easy enough. Let's put in all these 85s. You've completed the season pass. And what would you like me to do in celebration of that, Brendan? Nothing? I thought so. Yeah, there's gonna be new objectives tomorrow. And there's still 2 weeks left. So I was nervous, but I remember that this company is dense, so they just love It's... I've got to have an 84 here. Some people are quite funny. There we go. There's one squad. There's one squad. See, now you can experience what I'm experiencing in real time, chat. It's actually kind of funny. I can't lie. It's actually kind of funny. You'll have to get rid of 11 players, which we will do at some point. You don't have to say my name every time you enter. But welcome. Let's do this silly pick. I'll probably get crap anyway. But let's use these cards that I have. Again, I don't know what that has to do with me. People are entitled to follow who they like on their social media. I don't know why that's something you can't take up privately. Because if I found someone complaining about me and they were in my streams, I wouldn't want anything to do with them. So, you said it nicely. I mean, you've referred to him as a name that you just shouldn't be using in any context. It's just not very nice. Again, it's people's choice who they follow. It has nothing to do with whether you ask a certain way or not. Not my choice. I would just accept it. Maybe it'll happen one day, but I wouldn't make a big thing of it. Because you never know. One day you might follow someone or someone might follow you. That's nice. Insulting people is never nice. Yeah, insulting people is never nice. If it's not something you would want said to you, then you probably shouldn't say it back. The way I think of these things. This guy can go. Again, I don't know why this has gone on longer than it needs to. I don't care who does and who doesn't follow you. It just isn't a bother to me, truthfully. I can't tell people who they have to follow and such. It's hardly my problem. Let's use this Campbell card. Let's see. If we get a good player here, we might be in with... Oh, that's good. Can't say no to that. Okay. So for the purpose, I'm going to submit this. 86 rated with an inform. Let's see if we get anything good. Any team of the year mentions from this, please? Any team of the year mentions from this? I doubt it, but you never know. We're about to find out. Then it's gameplay. What is this? Not good. I mean, we got a team of the year mention. We just got... I don't know if he's that good, but we'll take him. Because he can't be worse than the rest of them. Have a look. Let's have a look on foot.gg. Kenios is 89,000 coins. Could certainly be worse, I suppose. But people will do more. What cards are worth it? Honestly, I don't know. You have to look up yourself in your own time. I'm not gonna spoon feed you that info. Sure, if you see it and you know it's expensive, you'll know, but yeah, there's too many promos for me to want to be going through it. We're gonna get into some gameplay before I go clinically insane. God, that didn't show up. What was that? 1 bit. I'm not playing 3 at the back. Name a successful manager with 3 at the back. And no, Ruben Amorim is not successful. He's currently flipping burgers at McDonald's. But thank you for your 1 bit. 3 back and you'll donate. Again, you should be donating because you want to, not because you want certain things. I'm not gonna do things for the set. Yeah, Ruben Amorim is flipping burgers at the local McDonald's, pal. So I wouldn't be calling that successful, personally. In fact, I'd be calling that the opposite. I'd be calling that, you know, be calling that a failure if Ruben Amorim is currently flipping burgers. But, you know, what do I know? What do I know? He's successful. Again, I don't give a shit. Notice how I'm not wanting to play 3 at the back, because 3 at the back in this game is literal hell. Like, I don't think you understand. 3 at the back in this game is assisted death. Another 1 bit. Honestly, I appreciate your bits. I would also rather you just do them all at once if you have more than 1, because it does get annoying when you keep submitting singular bits. Thank you. If you're going to submit bits, please donate them all at once, because it's just very distracting. And that's a very fair request. Tune, by the way. Absolute tune from Evanescence. Again, though, you don't understand. It's very annoying because unfortunately the alerts go off every time, and it's not very nice. Like, if you had something happen every minute or every few seconds, and it distracted you, do you think you'd like it? I hazard to say you wouldn't. It's the point. It's the point of distracting people on purpose. Well, if you want to distract people on purpose, I'll just time you out so you can't do it. Because, yeah, I feel like I've been very fair with my request. Either use all your bits at once, so that we don't have alerts every few seconds, or, you know. Alright. I want to try something in a moment, so... Can't say you weren't warned. Can't say you weren't warned, sadly. Unfortunately, you're not supposed to necessarily keep doing things when you get told not to. I know that's going to sound like a very wild thing to say, but it's true. You know, you do not do things when someone outright says to stop. So you can in fact, you just have to play matches, right? Play 1, play 2. We have to play a few matches for these Evos here. Let's continue. Let's start with our rivals. We need to get into rivals. I want to get a few wins on the board. I want to get some wins on the board, please. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Yeah, this is gonna be fun, chat. And if this goes bad, we're gonna play with the main team. Old follow, man. Welcome on in. Welcome. Thank you. Let's get into the gameplay. See if we can win. We need to win. Keep our Evos and also our division nice and high. Oh, what a pass. Go on. Oh. Armstrong. To be fair, it's not even Armstrong's fault. Lee Bolly just doesn't know how to pass. Kind of funny. Ah, how is that offside? How is that offside? I'll never know. See. Armstrong looking for his 50th goal for football club. Unfortunately, I only do things like that for charity, and while, unfortunately, you know, that just won't be happening. I don't know why people are so, you know, interested in other people's looks. Focus on yourself before you comment on someone else's looks. Need this Nunes. Yeah, and you'd suit a fucking jail cell, pal. So, yeah, I won't be taking suggestions from strangers off the internet. But thank you for assuming your opinion matters here. Absolute freak. Good morning, Arteta. We've added some new things to the stream today. We've got the multi-chat, and we've got the Spotify widget, which shows what's being played. You can probably see them in action. Like, we've got nitwits telling me apparently I need to shave my head. I'll shave my head when Wolves win 5 games in a row. Which means I have until at least August or September next year. And even then, I won't be doing it. I saw Josh was going to go live this morning, but he was worried because people from his work watch the streams. Seems when you start the champs season horrendously, that is true. That could be a possibility as well. Yeah, he said people from his work watch the streams. So he couldn't risk it. Look, let's go. Willy Bolly turns it on its head and scores. One of his BIPs is a land from work. That's funny as. I mean, I rate it, but also it kind of fucks you over in times like this when you're sick. Because then if you do it, people look at it the wrong way. That's why I never tell anybody. I tell them I stream, and they're like, "Oh, what's your so and so?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no, you ain't finding that out. I ain't risking that. No chance." Even though I don't legally have to work a day in my life, I would rather not. I would rather not have people know, no matter how successful it is, because it's mine. It's not a place I want to be judged. Yeah, that's where it was. I just read it because I saw the at everyone. A classic at everyone, which I almost never read, but if it's one, I'll read it just to get rid of it. But we're playing rivals. I've done that pick. Did that team of the year pick. Can we win this? I don't need to win, I think. I think we need to win for the second part of the Gonzalez Evo, but everything else we don't need to. Always too far on the Evos. That's off. It's off. It's gotta be. Oh, we tried. On. Oh, do want the win. I only need to play for Nuri and level 1 of Enso. But oh, I need. No. Oh, jibbers. Bully! Oh, it's really bully, man. Oh, that should have been it. Yeah, I would just like to get a goal. Definitely can. Nibs. Got Willy Bolly on the ball. Cody! Let's go. Connor Cody with his goal. Playing central midfield. Even though he cannot play there. Well, he can now. Gave him the invisible wall Evo so that he could play there. Come on. Let's see. Let's go. Good finish from Armstrong. My demon. Definitely the championship striker for next year, but doesn't mean he isn't good in this game. Good finish. The funny thing about Bolly is I also... What's the record? Oh no, I finished the cup off stream. I went 12 and 12. So not good. I went exactly the same as I did on stream yesterday. It was either I play the cup or I play the league. And I decided I'd rather play, you know, games with actual meaning. No, I'm using my past and present for rivals instead. But chat, I saw the greatest piece of hate watch material ever today. I've never seen anything more deserved. I've never seen anything more deserved. If you've been on Twitter today, you may have seen it, because it would have done the rounds at some point. But when I saw it for the first time, and if you know me, you might even know what it is already, but it is the greatest piece of hate watch I've ever seen. Come on. What was it? You'll find out in a moment. Let's just say it was regarding one of those 93 picks. Let's just say... yeah. All I'm saying is it couldn't have happened to a nicer bloke. Again, if you know me, you probably already know who I'm referring to, but... I've intentionally not watched for the reaction. I've only seen the image of the final pick. Come on. Let's see. Come on, let me see this out. No. Tina, don't you dare. Mew Plu. Ref, please. Call it. Any minute now. I've been... Yeah, let's go. Now, let me find what I need. Let me find what I need, the material I need here. Chat, it's time. Let me find my window capture. I'm gonna drag my window capture up a bit. Why is it all the way here? It's time. Lock the fuck in, chat. It's time. The hell? What the hell happened to my Twitter? Why is it all like that? Huh? Oh, it's because I... Must be... Because I have... Here we go! Yeah, let's see if it's worth it. Let's see if it's worth it, chat. Ooh, Beckenbauer. He does not like Beckenbauer. Prince.
Can't get worse, can it, chat? Surely not. It can't get worse. It's got to be something good in the first slot, right? What? That might be the worst one I've seen. And it couldn't happen to a better guy. Content-wise, that's exactly why he took the pick. Ooh, you didn't get R9 because you can't give him a bad review. Deserved, considering you've been more drip-fed new promo icons each week. Deserved from all the other players you have. I mean, hey, I'm not complaining, chat. I'm not complaining. Because it means I have a card Tony Day does not. That's what that means. The sheer copium. Oh, we've staved off relegation, chat. 4 points already, I think. Is it 4 or 3? 4 points already. Let's go. And we have Evos to claim. We have this Evo here, which is done. So now we have a tiki-taka pinged Ruben Neves, which is beast. We're going to have to give him something, though, to help him. And then first step for Ait Nuri. Juventus were horrible. I mean, at least Juventus tried. Dortmund, on the other hand, they got absolutely bent over and sent to the cleaners. So this is the draw, right? Where is it? It's meant to be on, I think, early Friday. So this is the draw, chat. We've got PSG will play PSG or Newcastle will play Barca or Chelsea. Galatasaray or Atleti will play Liverpool or Spurs. Real or Bodo rather will play City or Sporting. And then Atalanta or Leverkusen will play Bayern or Arsenal, sorry. So, I don't know. The only way there's going to be a really good draw is if we get PSG Barca, that would be good. If we get City Real, that would be good. I can't see any others that are that good. I don't know. Can't see any others that are really jumping out as potential. Everything else is just sort of mid. Oh yeah, we need a PSG Barca or something, I think. That's what we need. That is what we need. Well, let's continue. We need to play 2 matches with Collins. We need to keep playing with Nuri. Juventus absolutely dominated. Ref went to the screen on a second yellow, which you can't even do to remove the second yellow and give a straight red. That does sound quite messed up. That is pretty messed up. Why would you... Why would you, you know... No, what am I doing? There is... World Tour. Because I'm gonna need it again. Where is he? What a man. What a specimen of a man. Let's continue. He does get full cam again. Because that World Tour gets him over the line cam-wise. Can't lie, already played Atalanta in recent times, someone new. Well, that someone new is only going to be Bayer Leverkusen. Except it's Bayer Leverkusen who have been severely depleted. Like, and they're just exactly like if it was last year, you'd be intrigued, but it's not intriguing anymore. Like Leverkusen got Monaco'd. They lost all their players that made them good. And they lost their manager that made them good. So who knows? I guess it's more about the potential. Because the potential based on this graphic would be the Real Madrid or City or Sporting. 0-0 with Atalanta. And Raya turned into Prime Schmeichel. Yeah, based on the graphic, it's gonna be Real Madrid. People are funny. Oh, this is why I love chat boxes, because now you guys can see what I see. It isn't. Remember, chat. If someone says it isn't bullying, it's just not bullying. Even if their comment is outright bullying in itself. Remember, if someone says it's the opposite of what it is, that means they're correct. And they're definitely not, they're definitely not stepping on needles for a living. Yeah, it's very funny. I can't lie. Go on. No! Oh, it worked. Let's go. Let's go, Willy Bolly. What a man. Thank God he can play Cam. Makes my life so much easier. Makes my life. Come on. And yes, I saw that Jimenez is getting a fucking FPL fantasy card. He's actually looking like one of the better ones to take as well, funnily enough. Given who they play. So, if you don't want to be boring and take Nunez and Kirkes, you can be like me and take Nunez and Jimenez instead. So, yeah, I'm excited for that. And it's not an SBC, which is good. It's in Rush. I mean, that's the downside, is it's in bloody Rush. Like, who... I don't know who signed off on the Rush part of it. Like, who wants to play Rush in 2026? Not me, that's for sure. Oh, perfect. Off your pop. Off your pop! 8 points already. Perfect. Things you love to see. Godly snatch. I mean, it's nice for you to talk about your mum that way. Oh, we're 2-0 already. Hot streak? Does that mean we're already halfway up? Welcome back, Brendan. Score at least 3 goals for a 285. Ooh. Ooh. Now then. Score at least 3 goals, you say. Ooh. That's not a bad pack. If we actually get the pack, of course, but it's not a bad pack, you ask me? Not bad at all. This Evo, he's not even gonna get anything, which is good. We're almost at 90 rated, and then we just have to win 2 matches. We win 2 matches. These cards are gonna be so godly, chat. I can't lie. This shit's gonna be so godly, having a 91 passing left back. He doesn't shoot, but he doesn't need to at the same time. He's not there to shoot. Carrying Cross got a text message. Come on now. I'm so sure you believe that. Come on now. Bro does not actually believe. The vision is dead. Just end the vision now. End the vision now. They're all injured. Just end it now. There's only one Cross anyone cares about, and it's Lena Cross. Everyone chatted, we want Cross. They got their Cross at Grand Slam Australia. And I got to witness it live. Who the fuck cares about carrying Cross? I guarantee you, 90% of the people that said we want Cross when Cross left are the same people that immediately stopped caring. The fact they're all injured is cursed. It is pretty cursed, but also that's probably the sign to end it. Not all. Well, all the good ones. That's why I'm not counting the shitters. I'm not counting B1 and B2. That's what I'm calling them. The fucking bananas in pajamas. They're about as brainless as fucking bananas in pajamas. Logan Paul in theory. So I'm calling them B1 and B2. They can do whatever the fuck else. But yeah, they don't need to be the vision for that. Yeah, Theory and Logan were fine. But not anymore. Because now it's literally just them and poor Paul Heyman. So, yeah, we do not need anyone else. Like, just end the vision now. Just let Bronson Reed do his own thing. Let Bron Breakker stay with Paul Heyman. And possibly Bronson Reed, but cut the rest of them off. Like, we don't need, you know, any of that happening. I can't lie. Paul's with Brock until Mania. I mean, but what is Brock doing though? Like, Brock's literally just gonna be like, well, guys, answer my open challenge! Like, it's not that big of a thing at the moment. Like, he's just gonna stand around. It's just like, okay. Good to know, I guess. It's not the greatest thing, but if I do not see Obafemi Brock, like, but Obafemi has to win. I think they feed him someone that he beats. Actually, to be fair, there's not many people he should beat. I saw poor AJ Styles, by the way. He was on the Good Brothers podcast. They did like a live podcast, and he was there, and he was like trying so hard to explain himself and like why he didn't go to AEW. I don't think many people actually care now. Why would they feed someone to him? Who's the favorite for the box? Danhausen, who is a crap wrestler. He doesn't even wrestle. Was he good? No. He doesn't even wrestle. Like, he sucks. There is not a single good thing about Danhausen. The only reason he's gonna get any semblance of a job is because he's friends with CM Punk. But he fucking sucks. Like, if you can find a good Danhausen match from his AEW run, was he good? Then why suggest it? Because he's the betting favorite. That's why. He's only speaking about it because he's the alleged betting favorite. To be fair, if you're betting on who's in that fucking box, you might need to be put in a box yourself. Because, yeah, I certainly do not have a care for Danhausen. Again, I don't care who opens the fucking crate, Brendan. I don't care about WWE. I only watch it for the pay-per-views. I could care less about what happens on Raw. The only reason I know what happens on Raw is because of Twitter, because you won't stop mentioning it. There is not a single part of me that cares. Because they haven't signed a good wrestler that's done completely good work. Really don't want Chris Jericho in 2026? Yeah, but he's going. He's going for the Hall of Fame induction. Maybe not this year, but next year. But he's getting that Hall of Fame induction. I don't care what happens to him. I think Chris Jericho should just be put on an island and forgotten about, but... Brock Ober is the match? I mean, if... Good. As long as Brock wants to do business. If Brock wants to do business, everything should be fine, but... You can't fuck it up. I mean, I wouldn't trust... You know... People thought Brock Lesnar Ricochet was going to be good. Because it's literally just a fucking flippy guy flying around and Brock catching him. Except Ricochet had the same amount of moves against Brock as I would have. So, again, if Brock wants to do business, Brock will do business. Well, that is true, yes. But let's not forget one of his last Mania matches. He wrestled Omos. Let's not forget. I forget if it was his actual last opponent. I don't think it is. But one of his last opponents was Omos. I don't think Brock Lesnar walked up to someone and said, "You know that Omos guy? I want to fight him." Which I think was Brock's idea. Given who was allegedly in charge at the time, I disagree. That is the most Vince McMahon coded idea you could possibly imagine. Vince McMahon loves giants who are about as mobile as fucking 80-year-old women. Because I don't think Brock Lesnar would want a match with someone who can barely move. That is the most Vince idea I've ever heard. But what do I know? I just do not think. So we need to score 3 goals this game. He turned heel the night after. So I have a point. Yeah, again, I just don't think that a guy like... Because remember, I'm pretty sure the next pay-per-view as well, Omos wrestled fucking Seth. So you can't tell me that Vince being in charge did not bode remotely well, or did not bode quite well, rather, for Omos. At least I like to think. What SBC is that for? I'm so sure. Didn't even remember that match. Trust me, it's not something I remember because I never watched it, but I know it was. I know it happened. Yeah, there is no SBC. Honored you thought it was, though. The Cody Brock feud. Yeah, that's right, because they did the match where it was meant to be Roman Solo against Cody and a partner, except the caveat was that it had to be someone who could, if you became Cody's partner, you couldn't challenge. Almost had a generational run until Brown got hooked. I had Brown for 39 PRA, and he got hooked on 38. So I join you in such sentiment. Yeah, I will join you in such sentiment of why did that have to happen. But 7 for 21 is diabolical. It is. But again, NBA standard is not much better, so it's disappointing. But what can you do? Get there. But yeah, Brock had already given up the right to challenge, so he was hypothetically the partner until the last minute. And then he said, "No bueno." Let me go and look at the... What year was that? WrestleMania 39? Must be 2021. I think... Oh, no, it can't be. Was it 2022? It was 3 years ago. 2023. I forget. I always forget what year Cody was in, came back. I love how people are trying to compare what Hangman Page is going to do compared to what Cody Rhodes has done. Because they actually followed through on the Hangman cannot challenge if he loses. 2023 was a great year. I think most of that was because pretty sure Triple H gained control and then temporarily lost it and then gained it again. Anyone wants free money? Go under Crow's 14.5. You could do the exact same with Collingwood, to be fair. Crows and or Collingwood. I don't think you can do and, but Crows or the Pies would be very good money. Yeah, I've got to look at that Backlash card, because that Backlash card was certainly something else. I don't even remember it, but it was the... might have been the Puerto Rico Backlash. Good finish. Brock and Roman must be an arseache for a company. Well, that's why you have other guys. Like, that's why, you know, would have been nice to have, you know. That's why it would be good to rely on Seth, but Seth is never healthy. But the levels that fucking the men get away with compared to the women in terms of injuries. Like, they call Dakota Kai injury prone. If you put Dakota Kai's injury history against Seth's, you won't be surprised who's got the worst injury history. Like, you'll be surprised as to who gets spoken about. That's the thing. Is people just do not like admitting the, you know, people don't like admitting the truth. Wonder when that... I know Dakota Kai is meant to return to wrestling soon, actually. Meant to wrestle Statlander in the UK, so that should be good. Did an entire Mania program on one leg? Yeah. But he's still had more injuries. And longer periods of time away from the ring. So, I don't think it's very fair to suggest that Dakota Kai's injury prone when, you know, Seth has missed significant periods of time over numerous years, derailed multiple world title runs. Like, both his best world title runs have been, you know, have been hampered by injury. And the second one could easily have been avoided. The first one, okay, it was kind of funny, but also, like, couldn't really avoid it. But, you know, the second one, you literally could have avoided. Because he just decided to do a stupid move. The shoulder injury versus Cody, don't know what he was thinking. That is exactly what I agree. I just, like, at least when he hurt his knee, when he got injured against Kane, it's not the hardest thing to misunderstand, because you're picking up a man that's potentially double your weight, nearly double your weight for a move. So I can understand it, but going for the coast to coast opposite, like if he'd done a normal coast to coast, it would have been fine. But no, he did the reverse coast to coast, where he speared him in the corner. Yeah, head, shoulder first. Discord. Oh, perfect. What is this? Not another max win. 120 odds. And what? What happened? Was it PSG that failed? Oh no. Everything. PSG failed you. Everything else came through, and he would have got £120 from a single dollar. You would love this, Devil. They're actually adding something on one of the betting apps here in Australia, where if something's not gonna win, you can pull it from the you can pull it from the slip. That is diabolical. It's gonna be on PointsBet for those of you in Australia that might be interested. Free money? I'm just curious to see how it works. I think we've got to see how it works first. Before anything else. But yeah, I haven't placed any soccer bets. I only did it to get my money back off of the bonuses. If you took my phone, I'd be visiting the Ferris... You'd be visiting the Ferris wheel on GTA. Yeah, bro can't do anything at the minute. Like, yes, there's better uses, but what can you do when you're when you're essentially housebound and you can only eat the same 5 foods a day if you're lucky? Like, I could be wrong, it could be less, but, you know, there's very few things that he can do. So... need to score, by the way. We need to score some goals. Why is this game it's so passive? Well, that's not good. Over under 4.5 weeks till Doris from HR asks Devil to come back to work. I mean, again, we'll find out. I played Rust with Arteta because I was bored, and you hoped it would cure your boredom. Well, I've got some good and I've got some bad news for you. The good news is there's a Diallo card coming, and he should be quite easy to obtain. The bad news is it involves playing Rush. So we're all going to be playing Rush on Saturday for fucking virtual cards. Because they get based on FPL in game week 29. Yeah, I'm going to be rocking, you know, Fulham ain't being completed then. To be fair, game week 29 for United is against Newcastle, so he might not even do that well. He'll get like the bare minimum for upgrades, if that's the case. No, Brendan. The cards are out. Maybe they are. Well, they'll be out whenever the promo's out, which will be Saturday. You would hope they give a bit of time to complete them. Nunes and Sanchez? Well, Chelsea play Villa away. You're forgetting Kirkes. Because Kirkes plays Wolves. But also Raul Jimenez plays West Ham. So say it quietly, chat, but my past and present picks are just gonna be very good to have, potentially. Because, yeah, Jimenez plays West Ham. Perkez will need to physically defend to get points. I mean, he might. He also might just get a clean sheet. A clean sheet would do him wonders. A clean sheet will get most of the points, so... Well, we'll have to see. We will have to see. Cook! That's the bounty as well. We've cooked up the bounty, chat. 8 points for a 3 overall boost is insane. It is pretty insane, but that's because they're probably going to start quite low. I think they're 87 rated, a lot of them. Which is kind of fair. But, yeah. I know City play Forest, so that could be good. And then I'll go through all the fixtures in a moment. There we go. Rock your pop! That's 3 wins in a row, by the way. Who said the past and present was crap? 3 wins in a row with the past and present. We've absolutely cooked. But I'll go through the entire game week 29 for those of you that are interested. We have game week 29. Bournemouth Brentford, which is going to have a player attached. Alex Jimenez from Bournemouth. Everton Burnley for Dewsbury Hall. Leeds Sunderland, I don't think has anybody. Wolves Liverpool. Aston Villa Chelsea. Max 87 centre back. Yeah, let's go. I've got plenty of Max 87 centre backs, including my cards I'm evoing now, actually. But yeah, so Aston Villa Chelsea, then Brighton Arsenal, Fulham West Ham, which should be a juicer potentially. Then City Forest, Newcastle United, and Spurs Palace for Mattis Tell. I mean, to be fair, for Mattis Tell to get fucking up, what if he just doesn't play? Like, did they not consider that? I mean, they did, but also, it's kind of funny because there's a very high likelihood he won't even play. Bro won't even play, and he will just get. But there we go. There's my Max 87 centre-back chat. We are cooking. We are cooking. Yeah, some good ones. Especially for, you know, City, Fulham, and Liverpool. But, you know. You know. Needs to do it again. Well, I'm sure if he plays, he'll get half a chance, but let me look at that. Where's the upgrade path? Probably the upgrade. Oh, here it is. So, let's see. So, if you get 1 point or 0, you get an overall and a roll plus plus. 2 to 5 is 2 overall and a roll plus plus. 5 overall is 3. 4 to 5 is 3. It's not a pick, you clown. You play with, like, for example, right, if you want to get Nunez, you have to play Rush with a Manchester City player to get the thing. Or I have to play, for example, with a Fulham player. So on and so forth. I hope it's not a fucking pick. That'd be just as bad. Like, yeah, they've said play the fantasy rush. Doesn't say how, though. It'd be very silly if it was a pick. It'd be so boring. That'd be so boring if that was the case. But yeah, 4 to 5 is a +3, all roll plus pluses, a second playstyle plus, and 1 base playstyle. 6 to 7 is, can you use your Fowler? I don't know, because the event isn't out yet! Why don't you wait until the event is out to find out? You're asking like I know. Like, so 6 to 7 is +4 all rolls, 2 base playstyles of a second plus, 8 points 8 points plus is +5 all roll plus pluses, second playstyle, 2 base playstyles, and a 5-star skills all week for it. Now then,
Now then. I'm gonna let this expire, by the way. I literally just put it on to get rid of it. I never intended to do it. It wouldn't even be bad, but I just never intended to do this card. But we've got these Evos here to work on. We need to win 2 matches. We need to win 2 matches to complete the... Let's complete, not the 80. The 1483. Let's complete this. Because I need to get rid of a bunch of my cards, actually. I want to open that pack. That'll be part of the plan. That will be... So we'll do one of these. I don't do these often enough anymore, but I should. What is this? Have you ever watched this channel? I want to find out what the channel is. Because it's not like... What is this? What a... Wait a minute. Have you not shown us this channel before? I feel like you've shown it, or someone has shown us one of these before. This beard versus food. Only 10 minutes to finish the full English breakfast. I swear someone has. Because I've definitely seen something of that on stream. I haven't watched it fully, I think, but I've definitely seen it. But anyway, let's open this 1085. Candy uploaded past few days. Well, we looked at a lot of Candy stuff. I mean, did we look at? I mean, we can look again because I've probably seen them all by accident, without even meaning to, in my For You. We can look after a few more games. We're on 12 points at the moment. If I get one more win, that means we get 4 points, which will take us to 16, and then we can save the rest. No? What do you mean? No. Well, I'm confused. Oh, fantasy from a free pack. Who is this? Who is this? Oh. Man. He might get bear upgrades, which is nice. He might get bear upgrades, but definitely gets noticed when Candy posts. Who knows? Who knows? It's not my business. You search her so it's in your following section. Well, there you go. You've basically just admitted that, you know, you keep up without keeping up. Like, there you go. There you go. Let me open this and then we'll continue. Oh, is that a inform? No, it's a right wing from Argentina. It's Lionel Messi. And it's just Messi. How many days do I have until Henri expires? Let's find out. Oh, yes, we've locked in there. Exactly enough. I have a feeling it isn't many, though. Let's have a look. SBCs. I've given up on doing Henri. Let's have a look. Not in my favourites, so we're going to have to look. The match day icon. Where is it? In the icon section, it is 9 days you've got. Do 8 squads. A squad a day keeps the EA away. Actually, I know what we were doing yesterday. We were looking in the EA Discord. Like the actual EA Discord. Well, yes. Probably about right. But let's see. Can we continue? Can we continue with this team as it is? Having all these players. Let's play. Come on. Old. Means I'm required to grind rivals and squad battles before I leave for extra fodder. Yeah, not great. The hell is this? Your opponent left. I wonder why. I wonder why. But I can't wait to get a new Nunez. Good evening, Beard. Ooh, dear. Chat, if you haven't seen it, we've got the quality of life improvements. We've got the chat box, and we've got the Spotify widget. The chat box might be a little difficult to see, but the Spotify widget shouldn't be. Spotify widget should be fairly simple. Oh yes, right. I changed my subscription plan on PS Plus. Because next month, chat, they're bringing out one of my favorite games that I played before I started playing WWE. Tekken 5 is coming to PS5. So we're going to do a Tekken 5 playthrough with one of the characters. So that'll be fun. But that is next month. R9! Oh, I'm so sure. I'm so sure I'm playing R9 with the past and present. So yeah, next month, whenever it comes out, we're going to do a... There are a few Tekkens out available in the classic catalog at the moment, but it's Tekken 2 and Tekken 3 and Tekken 6. I assume you won't be getting the new WWE game? No. Not until it's free on PS Plus will I be buying most games ever. Because, yeah, I just don't see the point in buying a game for $100, especially with the new model they've got. The new model that they've got is terrible for the average person. Now that they've got the season passes in WWE, they've got a AAA season pass with Mr. Iguana as a reward. Half the wrestlers hate their face scans. I mean, at least they can update it, but still. Yeah, I personally just am not a fan of the entire new model that they're pushing. They've gone down the NBA route, so it's not great. Especially for the creators, like the people who make all the custom characters.
because a lot of the stuff that you might need, for example, it'll be locked behind season pass stuff. And of course, if you want to buy the levels on the pass and not just play the pass, it's not like it used to be on all the old WWE games where you would have to buy like one thing and then you fix it up later and you can just have everything. You now need to buy all the levels for every pass. Or even less of a reason to buy it. Thanks to the sheer amount that I play, it probably wouldn't hurt me, but the average person that just buys that one time thing, whether it's a DLC, whether it's a, you know, but it's not good. That's why I won't be buying it. Haven't been much better? Well, of course they have not been much better. I don't think any of these companies care. Once they have a license, once they have total superiority in a market, who really cares? I won't be buying any of these games now until they're on PS Plus. I can get all the games I need from like EA Play and the catalogs in the PS Plus and such. I don't necessarily need, full-blown new games. eFootball and UFL had so much potential. eFootball never had potential because eFootball is just PES, but eFootball was never. eFootball is never gonna be good. UFL tried, but yeah, I don't know. I went on UFL not long ago just to see what the new stuff was like, but it isn't something. Just hate the season pass stuff in games. I agree, but I don't think it will die off. I don't think it's going anywhere. I think it's too easy in terms of content for people now. I know for ages it'll never die. But I mean, I think shooting games having it is a lot different to sports games having it. But people have seen what happens. But it's not going anywhere now. Now that it exists as a medium, it's not going anywhere. At least make the rewards worth our time. Yeah, well, again, I don't think. I don't know. Again, unfortunately, EA do not really listen to all their creators. And the creators that say anything, they say really funny things. Like, they say things such as, oh, R9 is out, so we need rewards to counter R9. Instead of, oh, I just, can't be asked to admit that I didn't take R9. Like, if you didn't take R9, just say, instead of, I need to be able to counter these people's R9s to immediately make their reward feel pointless. Yeah, I think Ultimate Team should be free. I think every Ultimate Team that ever exists should be free. But they won't do it. They will not do it. Because then they would just, like, especially EA's case, for example, the season pass in EA is encompassed in every mode. So their reasoning would be, we can't make Ultimate Team free because we'd have XP in other modes and you'd need to play those other modes. I don't know. I don't think Ultimate Team should be free. And if you want to buy for career mode or pro clubs, you do that. But yearly games should have transferable virtual currency. Well, you do in EA, actually. You get a one-time transfer. I don't know why other companies don't do that. I guess it's so they can change the prices and a whim, but you get it one time so that you're not completely left stranded. And I do think that one time is probably enough. 20% off points. It's more like 10%. EA Play is like 10%. It's always been 10%. I'm sure if if we lived in other countries, for example, it'd be much easier and cheaper, but unfortunately, in Australia, you don't get those cheaper methods. So, you're kind of at the mercy of EA when it comes to points. Wasn't it 10% off? They used to have the double discount, but then they got rid of it. Yeah, they stopped doing, and that was for the game, that was not for FIFA points. That was strictly for the game. And they obviously stopped doing that because yeah, I don't know. Again, I have a lot of questions I'd want to ask, and then they'll probably, if I ever get to interview them, they'll probably have a giant list of things I can't ask. Would be good to get to go to Canada one day, but I just worry. I just worry that, but no, that was the game itself. Had one sale, and it was for one set amount. Well, of course it was, because they want you to buy that amount. Crazy to think this guy has R9 chat, and he's losing to a team with Adam Armstrong. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy to think that there's a guy out there that is losing to a Wolves past and present. I'm Adam Armstrong. Maybe he's the Championship R9, but he's definitely not the Premier League R9. Gotta bring up that what if card. That's what I need to see. The what if Adam Armstrong. So sure. This guy's team is Cahill and Kuehl in Fantasy Team 2 will have Brendan on his knees. I think he was on his knees to get them in there in the first place. Give me the draw. I'll take a draw. I've only played 3 games, so to get X amount of points for 3 games is good. Adama might not get an upgrade, but he'd be disgusting anyway. Well, we'll find out. I just hope he's cheap. He won't be, though. Of course I wasn't going to win. Of course. Not even shocked. Arnold and Wilson, and he wins in the last minute. I think it says a lot more about me than it does about him. It says an awful lot more. Ugh. Congrats, man. This is just your compensation. This is your compensation for having Wilson versus having, you know, Willy Bolly up front. Oh well. Oh well. '87 centre back, 4 positions. That 100% gets a new position of some kind. Dearie me. At least we're still at the checkpoint. That's the great thing, is we are still at the checkpoint because of how we've been playing. So we've got another game for Ait Nuri out the way. No, that's not what I meant to do. It's not what I meant to do at all. Give me my Enso back, because I've got to finish that Evo. But if I'm going to finish it, I'm not finishing it with this team. Because unfortunately, I've gotten a bit sick of playing with the past and present. It was good for a few games, but can't be too consistent. Let's get the real team. Real team it is. Play the 4-4-1-1 as well. Be good if I knew which one I was playing. Let me see, what am I playing? Like I'm playing the one with the Shadow Striker. That's what we'll play with then. That's what we'll play with then, I guess. And any of these boys play Shadow Striker?
think this is what it is, actually. Is it like... I think it's this one. It might be this one. It is. This is what we've been using. Except it won't be this. It'll be Chavi where Hull it is. Because unfortunately, kind of an L that Chavi can't play Shadow Striker, but has to be done. Fortunately, Gerard can't play Cam. Bit of an L. Oh, let's go. Let's play with this team. Koulibaly on debut with a powerhouse so that he can pass the football. With a powerhouse so that he could pass the ball. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, we cooking here. Come on. Time. Let's get to 15 points and then we can relax. We can do all the various games. Things. We're playing Boss Man Huss. Probably not much of a boss. Oh, great. Hooray. Top 500 in the region, which means he's probably about top 50 given the amount of people that actually play. Wonderful. R9 as well. Imagine my surprise. Well, at least I also have R9. At least I also have R9 now. Beat the boss, man. I mean, I'm trying. I'm gonna try, but he's got R9 himself. And he's got his own, you know, different cards. And if he's got that fucking comp badge, you know, he's probably going to be very good. Well, that's a good way to start. That's a pretty good way to start. Beat the big boss man. That's a corner as well. Probably could have taken something with Chavi there, but decided against it. Let's see. Oh, that wasn't where that was meant to go, but it almost worked. Didn't necessarily matter where it was meant to go in that case. That was terrible, though. That was also not where that was meant to go. And there we go, 1-1, just like that. Would have been 2-0 or 3-0, but it's 1-1. Because R9 is inevitable. We're losing him to Italy. Well, we're not. Literally just... Isn't he injured? Like, he probably was in line to play for Australia, but he got injured. It was pretty serious as well, so... I don't think there's anything in it. I think he's just gonna get a move away. Don't worry, if he's anything like 90% of the guys, he'll be back within 2 years. Well, unfortunately, his agent must be a dickhead then, because he would be playing he would be in the Socceroos camps if he wasn't injured. I'm convinced. He would be in the Socceroos camps if he wasn't injured, but he's injured, so it's just a matter of time. And I do not think, unless he stays at Newcastle on loan, I do not think that I cannot see a world where going to Serie A will be good. Like, he's not going to get consistent minutes. He's going to get loaned out anyway. So you might as well keep him in the A-League for a season at that point.
The league would be great if he plays.
If he plays, it's good. If he doesn't play, it's pointless. I just... Oh. Good. These agents trying to force the FA to pull off early. Again, I don't know what they're doing, but he'd be playing. Like, Newcastle are on a generational run, and he was one of the better players in that team. He would have got a call up. I think he was in one of the squads before he got injured. But he's injured. So there's very little that anybody can do. Like, I am sure that if there's any interest, it will hash itself out. Like, I just think the injury has made things a bit tougher. I don't think the agents care. The agents only care about money. As you know, that if these players move to bigger clubs, then they get percentages of transfer fees. There's no chance in Italy's senior side. Well, that's the good thing about rules, then, isn't it? They keep changing the bloody rules, so you don't have to make your mind up immediately. I'm not worried. I think it's just there to cause, a scare in the media. And that's clearly what it's doing. Then again, I don't care about international football at all, so it doesn't really bother me. But it's there to scare people. It's football equivalent of fear mongering. Oh, this guy could go and play for a better national team, even though he probably won't. He just needs to be healthy. Or anything. Well, I have no worry. It's offside, but okay. Okay, buddy.
This R9 chat. Well worth, I think, the tokens personally, but everyone's got their own thought processes. If you take the pick, it can't be worse than Anthony Days. That Anthony Day icon pick was the greatest copium I've ever seen. We go. Almost flying away on this guy. Oh. Oh, 1-9. He gets. Oh, Koulibaly! Go! What a man. Koulibaly, you speed demon, good sir. Koulibaly, you absolute specimen of a human. Off. In this game, we will return to the gaming probably after champs. Unless there's like some real. Like, I know there's a gauntlet coming, but gauntlets are fucking easy. The nicest way possible. Ugh. Why can they not just let me win? Like, even if I get a point, to be fair. Like, I've got half the points, so. Here we go. He cracks through. He cracks through that defense, as you do. But there's some idiot out there who wants Champs Rewards to be buffed so that people can match this R9. You don't match a card like this. Or you shouldn't need to. Like, respectfully, if you're wanting to match a card like this, it's your polite way of saying, I don't have the card that that guy's got, so I want people to, you know, I want people to suffer because they have a special card and I don't. Like, you had the same opportunity as everybody else. And your response was no bueno. Come on. Oh. Oh, that's class. M9 with the finesse. Top of the box. Well, you don't get finishes like that. This guy's a pro. This guy's a comp player, by the way. Let that be known. Let the record show this guy has a top 500 badge in his thing. Which means nothing, given that we have less than 500 comp players. So I do not understand for the life of me. That's game. That's game. Pedro Neto does the job. Locks that up. R9 v R9, and my R9's the one that comes out on top. There's. You know what I saw today, actually? At one point, I don't know what game it was for. I think it was... Did GWS play a practice game today? They must have done. Because I saw Harry Rouston 20 disposals on, I think it was a practice game. At $7 at one stage. Safe to say, it was not $7 for very long. And that person that posted it on Twitter must have just been very lucky. But... yeah, that's what I think it was, because it was GWS versus Sydney, and it was Harry Rouston 20 plus at like 7 something. And no, it did not last that way for very long. But it was funny for it to even be at that price. Let's have a look. GWS versus Sydney. Let's have a look. That was today. Let's have a look at the Swans. Who got the most disposals? Angus Sheldrick, 31. Harry Rouston. Oh, wait. Harry Rouston plays for the Giants. That would probably explain why. Interesting. He does whatever team he plays for. He didn't do very well. Row bottom 24. We do this. No, not that. Is it? Oh, it's not that. Let me sort. Must have been something else. Maybe it was the VFL. Summary. Logan McDonald with 2, Stringer with 3. Oh no, he got he got 19. Rouston got 19 touches, not 20. So even if you bet on him at $7, he missed out. But and Giants lost to the Swans. The Swans mean business. What did Caniglio get? Oh dear. Let's have a look. Stephen Caniglio, 20 touches. Really have to be careful when I say his name. 20 touches. Along with Laverde as well, getting 20 touches of his own. And then Lockie Ash with 26. Toby Green with 26. But the leader on the field was Angus Sheldrick with 31 touches and a goal for the Swans. And let's have a look. Did Chaz Curnow play? Chaz Curnow did not do an awful lot. He did not do an awful lot, did Chaz Curnow. He did kick 2. 2 goals straight for Chaz, but I wish it would say how long he was on the ground. That would be intriguing. Because he had the joint least touches of anyone on the ground. 3 firsts. Yes. And Will Hayward. And who was the other guy? There was another one. There's one more guy that I forget. Florent, that's right. Again, I personally think it probably, if it's Sydney and they do really well, it will be worth it, because those picks won't be very valuable. But if they're bad, it's going to end up like the Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett trade. Those who know, chat. But they'll be fine. You know, they beat the Giants. I know the Giants were missing. A few names, but they still beat them by nearly 40. So, you know, I think they're going to be fine, personally. Like, they did need another... Like, they do have a few goal kickers in their books now. They've got McDonald, they've got Amati, Ladums as well, who kicked a goal. They have their fair share of... They have their fair share of goal kickers. So they should be fine. Anyway. There's the Squadify. I think it's this one. We're starting with a doozy, chat. We're starting with a doozy on the Squadify. Because, of course, in shock news, we're going to take Cristiano Ronaldo. And we're going to play him... I'm going to be a rat and play him off the left. I'm going to be a rat and play him off the left in case there's another striker. And then we're going to take Zanetti and play him at right back. We've got Chelsea 15-16. Oh no. See, I would have taken Hazard, but unfortunately, I put Ronaldo on the left. It's either Fabregas or Courtois, I think. Or Terry. I'll take Fabregas. Let's have a look. Dortmund. This is not going to be a very good one, is it? Oh dear. Let's take Dede the centre-back, chat. Dede the centre-back can play at centre-back. Arsenal 09-010. Oh dear. Another shocking selection that will take Aaron Ramsey next to Fabregas. Tottenham 2021. I'm going to take Harry Kane. Put him there. Harry Kane in that position. Then we'll take Mertens and play him at the 10. Oh, Zlatan would be wonderful. Zlatan would be something else in there, but we're going to take Thiago Silva next to Dede. I keep making mistakes. What's the team saying? A left back, a goalkeeper. We'll take Evra. Evra for the left back. Evra for the left back. Andros Townsend at right thingy, and then Pantilimon. Oh no. Could have been better. Oh, we tried. Let's see. What about this? Link up. the link up between Adam Lallana and Joel Linton. Adam Lallana and Joel Linton. I don't think Firmino played at Hoffenheim when Joel Linton did. And Joel Linton has only played for Newcastle since then. He might have. Do you realize the age difference? Like, the age difference is this, I believe. Age. Like, Joel Linton is 29. Firmino is how old? Firmino age. 34. 5 years is a long time in football. So I just don't think it counts. I'm trying to think of, like... Actually, I think I have one. Because I remember Loris Karius played for Newcastle. He didn't play many games. But he did have to start in their cup final against United. Because, yeah, Dubravka was cup tied. And their other keeper was injured. So he did have to start. So, not the hardest one. I wonder if there were other options. There probably weren't. It's probably not going to show me the other options because I did it. What about Football Darts, the daily? 501. Highest. Anyone from Liverpool to Brighton or Southampton? Well, that wouldn't make any sense. You have to think of, like, Liverpool players that have played for Newcastle, or Newcastle players that have gone to Liverpool. Outfield appearances with no goals. What? What is this? What on earth is this? Fullbacks. Just wouldn't be... Like, surely there's gotta be some, like... Oh, it's so annoying. Because I'm trying to think of guys that have made a lot of appearances. But even they would have played a lot of games. I mean, not played a lot of games. Let's have a look. I'm just going to throw a bunch of names out. Just going to throw an awful lot of names out. Chris Richards. How is Chris Richards not on the list? Eh? What do you mean Chris Richards isn't on the list? So he's scored. Such a weird one, the Mitchell? Like, I'm so confused. Rick Mitchell doesn't count. Oh, like... Swear, who the bloody hell? Malasia? Good start. Good start, Sid. Only 475 to go. Because, yeah, the goal is you have to try and get down to 0 with only players that fit. And it looks like Felipe Luis. He only played for like a season. I look like an Elden Ring boss. Thanks, man. Yeah, Felipe Luis. I don't... I don't think he counts. He must have scored because he's not on the list. What about Rob Edwards? Oh. 10 games. I'm so sure. So sure. Like, it's not going to be easy. Did Charlie Masonda play? He played 3 games. Doesn't count. They're not on the list. They don't count. Seemingly. Even Wes Morgan, I think, scored. Yeah, Wes Morgan even scored. Yeah, Wes Morgan scored. Like, if they're not on the list, they've scored a goal according to this. And besides, Wes Morgan would have been in the box for a lot of set pieces. Luke Thomas. Like, we are trying to look for, like, you know, he's also scored. Scored. Like, this is not going to be easy. He's never scored for us. Well, I mean, why is he not on the list then? If he's never scored, then why is he not on the list? What about Danny Simpson? No! Too many. Too many appearances. Oh, Eloquim Mangala. He would have played a few. There we go. We're almost into the 400s. That's the most we've managed to get so far. I don't think. Random players in the Prem. Gonna be way too difficult, unfortunately, I think. You have to come up with that many names. As Heat, actually no, he hasn't played enough games. Just too many options. Abdul Fatawu played 11 games. To be fair, and he didn't score fairs. It's not bloody easy, this. Like, even Alec... Oh, Luke Garbett, he would have played a few, right? 5 games! Oh, no. I was thinking Alexander Butner. Paulo Ferreira. Well, we'll find out. 141. There we go. We're under half. Under half. Why is Bart Verbruggen available on this list? And Brad Jones? And Brad Smith? Why are all these players here? Any of the IUs? Given that they're literally forwards, I very much doubt it. But at least you're honest. Yeah, any of the IUs. If only both IUs were like centre backs. Well, you haven't done it, so we'll have a look. 68. There we go. Random unintentional guess. Random unintentional guess. Simicast. To be fair, I'm just looking for random players at this point. Like Mike Phelan, didn't he play for United? 13 games. Dragosin, 31. Dragovic only played at Leicester for a year, so he wouldn't have worked. Trying to think. Did Brahim Diaz score for Manchester City? No, he didn't. Why did I think he didn't? Anyway. Amari Bell only played in the Prem for a year. I'm just looking around for like the rand or Christian Poulsen. Didn't he play for Liverpool? 12 games for Liverpool. Andrew Moran, Andy Morrison, Ben Amos, Ben Wilmot, Billy Gilmore. Oh, well, there we go. That's another easy one. Didn't realise Billy Gilmore had never scored for Brighton. Or Norwich. I don't know if he played in the Prem for Norwich, but... might almost be there. Andy Irving. 17. So 21 to get. Which won't be that difficult, in fairness. Sure, there'll be, like, Arnas Zarari. 6. There's gonna be some random geezer. Brandon Galloway. There we go. There we go. We did it. Took us far too long. But we got there. So that's all that matters. We got there. Now. But who am I? Reveal number 4. Dan Burn. Oh. Dan Burn. Someone who's tenured and played with Dan Burn. Dan Burn's played for a lot of clubs, though. I'm gonna go Milner. He might have played with Dan Burn at Brighton. Not Milner. David Raya. My next guess is going to be Leandro Trossard. Even though it could be Brentford. Does this count with countries? I think we'll find out. I forget. But you get 6 guesses. Bernd Leno. I'm gonna go Matty Ryan. Matthew Ryan would be nice. If I go Matty... not Matty Ryan. Or is it Matthew Ryan? Raheem Sterling. This is wild. Raheem Sterling. Yeah, I think it's just... who the hell could this even be? Someone that has... so a Prem journeyman. Possibly. I have no clue. Someone that's played... Miles Lewis Skelly. I'm gonna say no, just because... let's be honest. If it's only clubs, Miles Lewis Skelly's only played for 1 club. England camp. Again, I'm assuming it's club only. Trying to think, has anyone else played for Arsenal? It's not Norgard, because he's too recent. it will probably be an Englishman. Well, unfortunately, it doesn't really matter what it could be or what it probably will be. I'll just waste the guess then on Miles Lewis Skelly because it's wrong. And Robert Sanchez, yay! So it's given us 3 goalkeepers. Who the hell could this be? Who's transferred from Arsenal to Brighton? I'm gonna say Ben White, but it probably isn't. Ben White. Oh! Yeah, it didn't count England. I knew it wouldn't count England. It only counts clubs. 3 Arsenal, 2 Brighton. W Englishman. Yes, but unfortunately, Sid, it was still not English related. It was club related. So, at least you tried. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at our friend chat. Let's have a look at some diabolical cooking. A £50 kebab? Because it's rabbit food, you silly slag. That's why. The first comment. Why do you have a Subway menu on your TV? Our kebab. That's not a like £50. That looks like holy rabbit foot. Ugh. Disgusting. I feel disgusted. That is a kebab. It's very untraditional of a kebab. Like, you wouldn't buy, at least here in Australia, we don't have kebabs in a box. Our kebabs, you wrap up in, like, a foil wrapper and a bit of paper. What the hell? I don't think you paid £50 for a kebab. You paid £50 for a kebab and everything else. Holy hell, do you need any more? A special burger. Looks like one of the burgers you get at the football. At least it's cooked properly. Looks like one of the burgers you get at the football, though. We can't see. Chili sauce is not £10. You can go and buy a chili sauce from a shop for like £3. No. £50 ripped off. Have we had our scrandal? No, we haven't. Think after that abomination it might be time. Let's have a look. Where is it? I definitely have it saved here, or do I? Did I close the tab? I think I might have closed the tab. Let me use this ESPN tab. It reminds me of the Michelin Man. Certainly. Let's have a look. Yesterday, we got a near perfect scrandal. Today, this is the bonus round. Obviously, we're gonna go for this sausage roll, even though it's cremated over whatever the fuck that is. Actually, to be fair, yeah, that doesn't even look cremated. It's just like you've not taken the paper off properly. Let's have a look. So, number 1. a walking on sunshine freak shake against a pie, mash, and liquor. No, Sid, I think we got eliminated. I'm gonna go this. Yeah, I've not been keeping up anyway. It's all behind a paywall. South Melbourne Yidos. Or the Steining Stack from Steining Town. Oh dear. Either way, I'm conflicted here. I'm gonna go this. Ah, I was wrong! No! You gotta pick the burger. Then you gotta pick the jerk chicken, because it looks a lot better than the pie. Then you gotta pick whatever that is, because it's not a... Where's the cheese on a cheeseburger? Then you gotta pick the pizza. Like, some of these just pick themselves. Then you gotta pick this, even though it's burned, because it's better than a chicken burger with barely anything else. Then you've got the pie. Like, that looks way better than the second one. Most of these just speak for themselves. Then we got this. There you go. See? Like, then you got that. Yeah, then you got that as well. And then you got this as well. A what? A 10-inch sausage roll. So we still got above the average. But we got this one wrong. For £2.50. And then you got this. Either could have won, to be fair. Either could have won. But unfortunately, neither of them did. Looks like a good roll. I'm sure it is. What is this? Chinese chicken. Oh no. Any Chinese individuals, please look away. We will not be handing our TV license back, because I'm going to need to watch a lot of TV after this. Stop being mean. She is having a good time putting her life on here. You are doing good. Love you. You didn't wash your hands after cutting up the chicken. What's Kung Fu chicken? What on earth is she doing? She's just reckless abandon. Reckless. Absolutely reckless throwing the chicken away. I could, but I won't be. Yeah, I could. You're right, I could game at the same time. Just like you can sit down and be quiet at the same time. But I don't tell you what to do. What does Elton John come to? You see, the great thing is that when you stream, you decide what happens. You know, isn't that right, Sid? When you stream, you decide how the stream goes. What? Why would you want to set off a storm in the kitchen? What? Who on earth wants to set off a storm in the kitchen? When I stream, I get scared by people actually coming in. But yeah, now we've got the multi-chat box chat, so you guys can see all the other weirdos and what they type. You don't have to ask me what they type. You can just see outright. What are you... Jesus! Jesus! I don't think you should be smashing a hot pan! Yeah, I didn't say anything, but I thought it would be good to watch. It's always good to leave a tab open, no matter how long. So what is she doing? Whole bastard about coming soon. Let's go. I don't sub, but you know, I'm sure that'll convince Brendan to sub. What? Your honey nuts? What is she? What? And peanut butter? And what? Ah? Your honey what? Yeah, I think it's like those honey roasted cashews or something. It's gotta be. She loves me. She doesn't know who I am. Thank Lord. She said she loves ginger. I'm strawberry blonde, thanks, pal. You must be thinking of Morgan Birthwhistle. That's who you must be thinking of, unfortunately. What the hell? Kung Fu. That's what's gonna be coming out of you afterwards. The neighbours? You feed the neighbours this crap? Oh no. No wonder you don't. No wonder your neighbours probably don't like you. You feed them this. Oh no. Chinese chicken kung pao. What about this? Oh, we've seen this one. Oh no, we haven't. Oh, we have actually. The chocolate omelette, where she uses fucking milk, and it's bloody disgusting. Any Twitter leaks? Doesn't look like it. Let me turn this off. Wait for Brendan to say Carrying Cross will come out of the box. He said apparently Carrying Cross got a text from Paul Heyman earlier. I don't know why, but yeah, he said that. He said he got a text to join the Vision. And my response was, why is the Vision still a thing? That was my response. Except the Vision should just die. Like, none of the good members are healthy, so the Vision can just die. Like, the Vision can just disappear and never come back. Anything good on the leaks? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. Official Sterling card with rapid and finesse. It's going to be the OG Vision versus the Vision. Yeah, that's a no from me, I'm afraid. It's a good thing I don't actually watch WWE. The good thing I do not watch WWE, thank God. Now looking forward suffered an injury in the match on Dynamite. Severe rage quit. I'm so sure. So what is this? So it says here, right? It says here. Look at this. Brendan's all, wondering. You have to play with a player of the club. So for example, if you want to get, if you want to get Jimenez, you have to play with a Fulham player. Which will be quite funny, to be fair. So we probably need, we are gonna get, we are gonna get Jimenez and Nunez. So close to getting VIP. Who's gonna tell him? Only 800k to go. Even if you wanted VIP, there's no point. You're literally a mod. Why would you want VIP when you are literally a mod? Oh, so Brendan Aronson is getting one. They've got one for every match. We'll leave it there, chat. We'll call it a bit earlier today. There's nothing else to really do. I'll be back again tomorrow. There as well.